if you take from the beginning, I was playing a lot of table tennis, and I was doing all kind of sports. I was playing ice hockey, football, and my father, he was playing table tennis, so I went with him to a few tournaments when he was playing, and I was playing a lot of table tennis. I think the important thing is that when my father won a tournament, small table tennis tournament, and the first prize was a tennis racket, that's why I started to play tennis, because I never really tried to play. I'd been looking at the television, but I was not really interested in tennis. So then he gave me this racket, and the next day I went up to the courts in my hometown, and I just started to play with my friends. And since that time, I started to like the sport very much.
Bjorn Borg, on the day of a match, how do you prepare yourself psychologically?
Usually, if in the morning when you wake up, if you have a big final the same day, you always start to think about it in the morning when you wake up. And then, I mean, you have to practice in the morning for 1 hour, and then you relax a little bit, and then in the afternoon you have your match. But I think when you wake up in the morning the same day, I think you start to think a little bit of the match, because, I mean, there's no way that no one can think about such an important match in the big tournament. You have to think about it the same day.
On the day of a match, Borg is totally engrossed in his tennis. Nothing else is on his mind. Here at Roland Garros Stadium in 1979, Borg defeats Victor Pecci for the French championship. Borg is indisputably #1 on clay. On other surfaces, he is more vulnerable. But make no mistake about Borg's ability. On the grass courts of Wimbledon, he's the champion for 4 years running. At the 1979 French Open, Borg disposes of Hans Gildemeister, Vitas Gerulaitis, and Victor Pecci, all with equal ease.
15-0.
You always seem so cool on the court. You never seem to be nervous.
Yeah, usually I'm very quiet, and the thing is that I don't like to show my feelings or emotion, but the thing is that, I mean, if I miss a point or easy point, then I get very mad like everybody else. But the thing is that, you know, everybody is different. Some of the players, they like to show what they do, you know, they show their emotion. But myself, I like to keep it inside, because the way I'm doing that is that maybe the next point, like if I start to do some things, then I might still think about the point I missed. But by this way, already when we start to play the next point, then I already forgot the point before.
On the court, Borg's concentration is intense. But concentration is something that requires much effort and much self-discipline. You're the best tennis player in the world, but sometimes even you miss the ball.
Yeah, and I think that's very, very normal to miss once in a while in the match, especially like if you play a long match, you might play for 3-4 hours a match, you might play 5-set long match, and it's a lot of pressure on you, and you've been working very hard from the first point. And it comes to a stage in the match that you might not concentrate as much as you were doing in the beginning because you're mentally tired. And that's very, very normal. That happens to everybody. So during that stage of the match, you're a little bit tired, and you might miss an easy overhead, easy smash, or easy volley you wouldn't miss. But that's very, very normal, especially if you play a long, long match, and it's hot, and you have to be doing a lot of running. And I mean, that's happened to me, you know, every match I play if I have a long match. Sometimes in the match you miss points you shouldn't miss, and that's because you're a little bit tired. For instance, Roland Garros in the final against Petche, I was missing maybe a few easy shots. I remember I was missing a very easy overhead. And that's because that we've been playing for 4 sets, and it's a lot of pressure. It's a very important match. It's in the final in the French Open, which is a very big tournament. And you get a little bit tired. Maybe for 5 minutes you don't concentrate as well. And then you miss these kind of shots, and that's very normal.
During a tournament, do you watch other matches on days when you're not playing yourself?
Well, usually, I mean, once in a while I like to watch some other players playing, but if I don't play, I like to go home and, you know, take it easy. If you stay around or you stick around at the tennis stadium and look at other matches, it's, you know, it's a lot of people, and after you've been playing, you want to be by yourself. You want to start to concentrate for the next match. But I mean, sometimes it's good to watch other players playing, because then you know maybe the next match you're going to play that guy, and you know exactly how his game is and what kind of things and what kind of game he has. But usually in the circuit now, I know everybody. Everybody knows each other, so they know exactly how they are playing. So I don't think they need to watch each other that much.
Since Borg is constantly meeting the top players in the big tournaments, their habits are well known to him. It's not necessary to study their styles each time they play. Who is your best friend among other tennis professionals?
I think it's very difficult to have really, really good friend among the tennis players, because everybody now, they have the coaches with them, or they have the wives, or always someone traveling with them, because everybody is so competitive right now in tennis, and everybody wants to win so badly. So it's difficult to have a really close friend, but I'm very close friend to Vitas Triolaitis. We like to practice together, and we spend a lot of time together on the tennis court, and I think that's good for both of us.
Are you really much different from Nastase or Connors?
Yeah, it's a big difference, and but I think that's nice about tennis, that everybody is different. You have a lot of different characters on the tennis court, and I think it's like very nice for the spectators to see different players, different emotions on the court, different feelings, and I think that's great for the sport.
Borg is a professional. Tennis is his job, a job he takes seriously, but a job that he loves. While spectators have come to expect a certain amount of jesting and joking on the court by some players, notably Gildemeister, Nastasi, Connors, and Gerolaitis, who frequently taunt their opponents and the public, Borg always remains steady and serious, never letting anything distract his attention from the match at hand. You play doubles, but not very often. Why not?
Yeah, once in a while I like to play doubles, but I prefer to concentrate on the single, because to concentrate on both things, single and doubles, is very, very difficult. Especially if you play big tournaments, you play best of 5 both in single and doubles. You might have play a single first, maybe you play 5 sets. Maybe 1 hour later you have to play doubles best of 5 sets. And you might end up playing 10 sets in one day. And then maybe the next day you have a quarterfinal match or whatever in singles. And you might be tired because you've been playing doubles the day before. So that's why I just want to prefer to concentrate on the singles. When I play my singles, I don't have to play any doubles. I go home and rest. Plus, sometimes it's maybe very easy to get some injuries in doubles too, because if you've been playing a lot of singles, a lot of doubles, you've been playing tough matches, maybe in the doubles you get some injury, and then you're out for the single too. So that's why I don't play doubles. But once in a while I like to play doubles. I always play doubles in the Davis Cup and maybe a few other places too, but most of the time I don't play doubles.
The 1975 Davis Cup finals were memorable for Borg because he led the Swedish team to victory over Czechoslovakia. The Davis Cup may be the most coveted tennis trophy in the world, and for Borg it is an opportunity to get together again with players from Sweden whom he may seldom see in the big tournaments. In 1975, he demonstrated to the world his extraordinary ability not only in singles, but also in doubles. Your coach, Leonard Bergelin, what role does he play during a match?
Well, during the match, Leonard, he doesn't give me any advice or anything. He sits there, and it's always good to see him to sit by the side of the court, to have someone there, because he might after give, maybe some advice, or maybe before to do a few things. But normally I know exactly what I should do in the court, and I think that's very important, because if I don't like if someone should tell me what I should do or not to do in the tennis court, because it's myself, I'm on the tennis court, and that's exactly, I'm going to do the points, and I'm going to try to win the points.
Leonard Bergelin is much more than a coach to Borg. The two are very close friends, and the coach sometimes serves as Borg's confidant. Of course, Borg also has his family and his fiancée, Mariana Simonescu of Romania. Why do you carry so many rackets onto the court?
Because the thing is that I string the rackets very, very tight. I string them around 30 kilos, that's probably around 80 pounds. So I need a lot of rackets with me, because I break a lot of strings, and that's why I need maybe at least 30, 35 rackets if I play a big tournament who last maybe for 2 weeks. Because sometimes I might break 2 rackets in one day, maybe I break 2 rackets during the night because the strings popped. So that's why we need a lot of rackets with me wherever I go.
Borg is a fanatic about the condition of his racket. Every racket to be used in a match is tested at the factory by his coach, Leonard Bergelin. Tell us, can the world's best tennis player become better still?
I don't know. I think it's very difficult to improve myself much more right now. You can always improve yourself a few things in your game, but the important thing is that I would like to stay in the same position I am right now, to be as consistent now in the next, I don't know how many years, as long as I will play competitive tennis, because that's the most important thing. But to work on one shot or stroke, I think that's very difficult to improve it much more. But the important thing is too that you don't have any weaknesses. And I think in my game right now, I don't have any weaknesses in my game.
For Borg, the legs are the most important part of his game. He is able to move across the court with remarkable speed, yet stop in time to position himself for the shot. When Borg takes a rest from tennis, he's careful to keep in shape by exercising frequently, especially by jogging.
I hope to play another 5-7 years in tennis, or maybe more, as long as I enjoy playing tennis, because that's the most important thing, that you enjoy what you're doing, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I just hope to be in same shape and be as consistent for the next so many years I've been doing for the last 3-4 years.
In the final of the 1979 French Open, Borg defeated Victor Pecci for his 4th title in 5 appearances at Roland Garros Stadium in Paris. Bjorn Borg, winner of Wimbledon 4 times, the Italian Open twice, and twice a finalist in the U.S. Open. It's a busy life for Borg, traveling around the world, meeting important people, signing autographs, doing promotions, and it all adds up to about $4 million a year. Does your long hair ever bother you on the court?
No, actually, when I use a headband, so that's why I don't have any problems with my hair. But if I shouldn't use a headband during my tennis match, then it will be a big problem, because I mean, if I don't have a headband, then there's no way I can play, because the hair is too long. But as long as I feel comfortable with it, I will still have my long hair.
L'amour, l'amour, always l'amour. 5 different couples, 10 different ways to do it. Maybe not your way, maybe our way. Tonight, maybe.
Now really not move briskly. Keep their attention when you move out.
There you go. Now we're bring your Dobie back.
That's your turn. Turn, snap, and swing. Good. That's your turn. Don't forget the frame. Brisk pace, sit straight in front. Well, semi-straight. Good, good. Okay, you look up forward. Jump, jump. Here we go. Okay. I see a couple of dogs that are swinging right around and coming in. Okay.
Focus on that spot.
Hello, this film is designed to help you raise and train your puppy from the day you bring it home. We call this phase puppy preschool, through basic obedience training, which is done on the leash, and will help you raise your puppy to be a happy, well-adjusted, welcome member of the family.